Why didn't he get going? And then the race is over.
How'd the anti drop?
Yeah.
Should have shit him.
Yeah.
Wow. It's it's the weekend preview. It's the RHIL preview, and Glenn Pollitt's in the chair in his blue Adidas hoodie.
Yeah, I'm here. What do you know if it was woody weather or not? Sort of warm but cold.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? I should mention at the top of the show that down south at Melbourne, if you've just started watching this, Mick's got a set out for Moonee Valley tonight, which, like I'm sure, will attack the program in exactly the way you'd want it done. So,
well, every set's been outstanding so far.
Sail awesome on Wednesday again.
Well, you know, they just came out of the trees to praise it.
Yeah, like just well done to you, Mick, and to anyone that's been getting it. I'm sure you've been. I'm sure you'll keep getting it, and if you're out there and you want to get a bit of a lick, I notice the price has dropped a little bit, but we're trying to obviously build numbers into Mick, and mate, what a set it's been. It's been really well done. Fantastic.
Yes. Now, speaking of a set, we've got RHIL tomorrow. Track good. Rail out 5.
Track good, and mounting yard mail tomorrow will be. You'll find big edges there tomorrow because there'll be horses coming off wet track bays that aren't wet track types, and will be in their right parade mode tomorrow and might be able to put their head down a few places.
Yeah, there was one that I noticed straight away, just scooting ahead there, Cosmic Cube. Did you have a look at it in terms of drive?
I think I've got a second of my numbers here, and
yeah, so that's an interesting angle for the program tomorrow, because obviously
it's going to stay dry.
It's going to stay dry.
Right.
The rail's out 5 metres, could be a little bit on pace-ish.
Okay.
But RHIL, it's been so fair of late.
It's done a good job this year, the last 12 months, RHIL, hasn't it?
Sure has.
Race
of course, you know, people want to talk about this program and the fact that the Golden Pendant should be a Group 1. Well, honestly, I picked up the Terror this morning and had to vomit. Race 1, 2,000 metres, and Antonio Giuseppe shooting for 4 straight is $3.75. Dubai in Style, his stablemate, is $4.80. More to Gain, $8. My Giuliano, $8. 9.5 for Carrot, 9.5 Salt House. $11 O Splendido, and $16 Mandalong Kiss. Now it's a bit of a Waller-a-thon here.
Just before we start on this race, Mark, congratulations on that tip on Wednesday from the Cheers Supercoach. I know it didn't win, but it was plenty of $31 available. It was 2 lengths. Not 2 lengths, it was a half a length going to win the race at the 200 metres, I was going to say, and to run third. And never at any stage did it look like missing a place. She said it'd be on the pace. And what a great bet it was, and what a great run for your money the punter's got. So well done to you. Not many chance, like $31 best bet, and it's in the placings.
And both you and I got the winner as well, so it was lovely.
That's right, Gord got the winner of the staying race. I tell you, it was another cracking preview show on Wednesday.
It was a cracking show.
How do you breathe without this show?
How do you breathe without it? If you did take the 30s, what was it called again?
Supercoach.
It did trade at odds on at the 200 metre marks, $1.96.
Wow.
Yeah, so awesome tipping, mate.
I took $6.
And we both tipped the winner at $9.50, and I'm still like get involved with the preview show. It costs you a bit of money the preview show. You got to use your eyes and keep blinking to keep them liquid to watch.
Oh,
can't breathe without this.
Just tick I like. That's how much it costs you.
Oh yeah.
One click of the mouse.
That's right. Keep liking us. We'll keep putting it on.
Right, let's go to the race, my man. Sorry.
So Dubai in Style I had as the leader. Oso Splendido with Glyn up may have other ideas. On the quick back up from a mile. Kobe Jennings has drawn the outside of 11 with Winkers on. I suppose he pushes on a little bit. And Salthouse Posse's up, led the other day. There's a lot of blur in this race, Glenn.
There's a bit of blur, isn't there? There's a lot of like wet track ones next to their name, and are they going to be a suit on the dry track? And that, I mean, Dubai in Style, Antonio, blah, blah, blah.
Well, Antonio's been lifted across the line by Huey last start, now gets K Jennings. I mean, who's running into backer? It's a winner.
It's a winning type horse. My numbers in this race were the horse I thought that would get the PR in the race is More to Gain. I really think this horse will be suited up to the distance. 2,000 metres, it's sitting up there in barrier 1. It's had 3 runs back. They've all been okay and unsuitable distances. 2-1-2 next to his name. I thought he'd get a nice PR in this race. I thought $9.50 was a fair bet. To beat Salt House, so third up tomorrow, really will improve on the dry.
Fuck, it was legless the other day.
Soft the other day.
Honestly, for a horse that was, what was it, 7s to 4s, and it just led and thinking, well, you know, I know this is early in its preparation and stepping up distance with blue colours. They're early comers.
Was its second run in Australia, you know, like I'm more keen on more to gain. So I've got 4 from 5 and 1 poking around there. The big negative riding change there, and but honestly.
Gordo, $33 no bet. He's going to have a bet here, I think.
Oh, I'm not going to bet, but I have number 1 on top, Antonio Giuseppe. A pet hate of mine is when they go up in the weights and they take the senior rider off and put the claiming address on it. It's just tragic. Yeah. But anyway, it's still got to go on top. But I can't back a horse with that kind of jockey change.
Okay, but I will say one thing about number 1 here, Mark, and you might be right. First comment you made is who's running in to back it, can't back it, blah blah blah. It's got picket fences next door to it. It might get to $5 or $6.
It'll start 7-2, at least.
Well, it might be what as Gord says. It might be a bet.
I've been as hard as I possibly could on it.
Yeah.
I marked it 5-2.
Yeah. Well, no one wants to back it.
No one wants to back it, but it's, as we all know, it's all about price. This game is all about price. I went looking for something useful. Now, I did say a fortnight ago that anything that ran around in that 2,000 metre race, the Kingston Town Stakes, we've already seen Hurricanes come out and just, power away from his mediocre rivals, obviously. But that's a real race, that race that the Magic Man won.
Mandel and Kiss doing that.
And Mandel Kiss comes out of it. So she beat my Giuliano here two starts back, and then she had that, she's been lifted up by that race. I know it's 8 banks, but it's 16-1.
Yeah, fair enough, but a little bit of a fluke win on the heavy.
Fluke? Did it itself, This horse has to do it itself.
Okay, like $16. I'm not bagging. I know I'll be winning on it.
Oso Splendido is 4th up. It's on the quick back up. Comes out of that looks a fertile race last week. Broken up, big margins, fast time, and his best Australian run was in the Guineas, where he was just given no chance at all. I think Opie Boston rode it on that occasion. That's the course and distance run for Oso Splendido. Dubai and Style have had a gut full of it. More to gain, I can certainly entertain. And is there anything else? Well, 4 Carat, I liked his run the other day, but it was a bit of a fluker's run, and I think that now that the freshness has gone out of him, I couldn't entertain him. So I'm looking at 6 and 10, and that's race 1 for me. So we move on to the next staying race on the card, and I should mention that there's no race from the shoot start tomorrow. They're all 1400 metres and up. Isn't that interesting? There's no tournament metre race on the card.
No, didn't even know.
So the Colin Stephen, the time-honoured Colin Stephen, since it's gone to RHIL, it's about a third of the field that it used to be. Metrop lead up, but Allergic is the favourite, $2.35.
Definitely send Gord $33 here.
$3.20 Allegria, $4.20 Janube, $10 Chiquinta at $26 0 to 10, and 0 to 10 looks the leader, although Chiquinta may want the front. Allergic Park behind them, and the other two are hoping that Glenn feels better tomorrow.
It's so much pollen in the air.
Springtime, it's
a shit race this
time
race.
for you to tipple well.
5 runners, bottom one can't go. Quinta's the only horse you can see with 3 picket numbers next to us, and you give it absolutely no hope. Loses with
the winner of that race last year won this race.
Well, it won't be Chiquinta tomorrow.
Do you remember?
That
Mike Maroney or Peter Moody horse, that won all those races.
I never remember, Mike. You're the remember man.
It was a soft 5 at one last start.
It's fucking legless. It's a wet track piece of shit. But I don't know how it won last start at that price. Anyway.
So you give Chiquinta none, that's fine.
So it leaves me with 3 numbers. I thought Janube did something the other day at Newcastle Cup.
What did it do?
Picked itself up at the tire and kept going. And now it's legless.
It does get up to 2400. It's on an 8-day backup. There's a bit to like there. No, what is a bit not to like is $4.20 is rock bottom, isn't it?
Well, 3 runners.
I know there's only 3 runners.
You want $21 or something? There's 3 fucking runners. My number's a 213. Big deal. What a fucking ball.
What?
Yeah, $33.
Post it quickly.
Just to be contrary, I'll put Chiquinta on top then.
Is that a real
I won't be
tip?
having an even million with you.
What are you saying, Mark?
Fucking Allergic comes out of the right springboard. It's it's that fertile race that I'm speaking of. 2 weeks ago. And he was out dashed by 2 classier horses. But 2400 tomorrow is J Mac, and he's just like, His stablemate hasn't had a run for how long?
22 days.
And you know, the last time she was at the distance, everyone went, "What's she doing here?" And she ran second in the chairman's handicap. So what? And do you know, well, no, I thought Friday was his day, and not tomorrow. So allergic, I reckon, is a moral.
There you go. A moral. Fair enough. And what you put next to it, 4 to 5 or 5 to 4?
4 to 5.
I get Mark's prices before he does it.
Unfortunately. Okay.
Is the camera on?
Well, the camera's on, otherwise it would have switched itself off.
Oh, okay.
So now we got something juicy now.
Right, now let's get into the
Here we
highway.
go, the highway. The
Everyone's
highway.
excited about the highway.
Yeah, they're exciting, and then you start doing the form on them and you go, oh, geez, I'm feeling very tired.
I get tired quickly.
Oh, I just lit up. It's
Yeah, well,
excited.
all right, beautiful. Let's get it on. Mark, talk
Okay,
about it.
Cool in Black is our favourite at $4.80. Shotgun Roulette from the multiple winning stable of Wayne Wilkes at $6. $8 Luxury, aren't we sick of her?
Oh, fucking so sick. I don't even...
What is next pick? $12 Distinctive Look. $15 Van Halen, sorry, $12 Sadiqa. And then when $17 Destined to Win, $19 Coming in Hot, $19 Not for Export. Not a lot of, not many leaders here.
Blade.
Coming in Hot showed speed in the highway at last start. He's got the it's got the wide gate with Kathy on board. Cool in Black is a lightly raced 3-year-old who broke its maiden at home last time. It'll be hard on speed. And next best, I don't know, Red Hot Tango if it gets a run. It's not much happening.
Yeah.
It's not a very willing race, is what I'm trying to say. They're all backmarkers.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's all well and good. I think it puts my horse in an absolutely fantastic position here. It's number 8, Shotgun Roulette. It's 2 setup runs of Taree, are perfect coming into this. It's off barrier 3. It comes from a 1250 metre race, so I expect it to take a far more forward position. I want Ty to sort of push it out a little bit and be sort of up in the top 6 or 7 here. And if it does that and gets the run at the right time, it'll be winning. Its 2 runs at Taree were fantastic. It was unbalanced with a very junior apprentice on it both times. Now with Ty Anglin on and this perfect setup, I think it'll improve dramatically and I think it'll be winning. The one at odds that I might just have a little bit of a play at is number 14, Bella Lonchik. I'll forgive its run last start. I think it might be a little bit better on top of the ground. Its last 5 starts have all been on heavy track, so I'm going to go off suspicion that it'll improve on a better track tomorrow. The other 2 I had a second look at were Sadiqa and Cool in Black, but clearly I have 8 on top, Shotgun Roulette.
Well, it didn't got beaten 5 lengths in that Keith Nolan Classic, and then it found itself 20 to 1 in Adrian Knox Stakes, which is a Group 3 race.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all ticks, aren't they? So third, like everything you say there is pretty right.
Except the time was terrible.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter. You see
I wasn't tipping.
Yeah.
What are you tipping, Tim?
Tipping Van Halen, huh?
Oh,
Number
you've got to
2.
get away from that stable.
Danny
mate.
Williams
What are
is
you
the leading
doing?
trainer at Wagga, I should point out. He won the Wagga Trainers Premiership.
Yeah.
He hasn't won the Highway Trainers Premiership. He did win one race, La Bella Rouge, I think, won one.
It's going to be $21. It's second up. Didn't barrier trial. I thought they'd run the other day on a soft track was more like its barrier trial. I liked it going to the 1500. I thought it ticked a few boxes. Jake Holiday go back, so the tempo is going to be a bit of a worry. I was tipping it to beat Admission, number 7, is like $41. Thought its last couple of runs have been okay on soft tracks. Prior to that, it won at Golden Class 1. Beat Shaz and Lee, like, it's okay form. It's all okay form.
She's all right. She pokes around.
She pokes around. The best thing about Admission tomorrow, it's Robert Price found Peter Wells tomorrow, which is
He's looking for an early double after more to gain.
Yeah, I was a bit keen on it, wasn't it? And for third, I put in number 11, Coming in Hot. But the other day, I thought put itself in a good position. Thought it paraded well, and another horse that I feel like just didn't put in on the heavy. I was tipping 2, 7, 11 in a race, obviously with the minion tips.
Yeah, but it's just tedious horses. There's not one horse here that you go, well, this is an improver. You know, Gord's found an angle which is the rider off, and I agree that's a very, very good angle. And Shotgun Roulette, it's like, here's a horse that can do a lot better than it's been doing. I certainly agree with that. Cool in Black is another horse that's quite well found here. Did come here for its debut race, 2-year-old race, nearly 12 months ago, and had the blinkers fitted 2 starts back at Wagga in a Wagga race, but a hot maiden. Since won on its home track, just very lightly raced and positions up for T. Clark, who I want to be with. But That'll do me, honestly.
Race 4, let's get to the quality.
Now this is the best regional Allen I've seen for a long time.
I agree
It's
with
actually like lots of bits and pieces.
And bits and different angles.
Now Smart Amelia is the favourite off well, her 3 group races to date at $4.50. $5.50 for J Mac and Invincibella, not to be confused with Invincible.
No.
And sorry, $7 Rosa Carolina, $8 Pecans, $9.50 Gorge Horse Purari, $11 Overstep, $11 Bring Me the Bling, $12 Fabier, and $15 the Ruffy Zenalicious. What a race!
Juicy race.
We've got Ferrari to make a beeline for the front. That is a certainty. Overstep looks to posse up from gate 1. Rosa Carolina has got natural pace, probably more pace than Ferrari, but less intent. But I mean, he may want to actually take the front tomorrow, given that he got led by Ferrari the other day. Fabier posses up, and Invincibella is not far away. I had the others sort of sitting off those.
Yeah. You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
I'd love you to go first. Oh, hang on. Gord's jumping in here.
Gord's jumping in. Glenn's looking for a pillow and a little ruggy to have a nap. Time.
Not with a lot of confidence in this race, but I'm going to give Ferrari another go. I like it when horses, they go past it and the things kick again, even though it was quite advantageous on it that it was at Canterbury on that particular day. I think the stable's starting to show a little bit of form. I'm hoping it'll get a soft lead, but I'm not sure about that, Mark. Something might happen.
It's definitely a horse with fight.
Yeah, it's got fight, and that's a good
fight.
sign. And I think this stable is starting to show some form, and they're not so much of a first up stable anymore either. So I can expect a bit more improvement second up. I was going to ask you about what it looked like first up. Looked well, but with improvement. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't as top. Yeah,
Yeah.
Look, it's a strong horse. This horse.
Yeah, and I love, like you can say one run is better than another run, but the horse that wins always give it an extra tick because that's important. You know what I mean? So many people seem to find the horse that was unlucky behind. Well, no. Ignore that to a certain degree and give more of a tick to the one that won, even if you think it had the better run. So I'm going for that, and then just because it comes out of the better form race, I'm going to have something on number 5, Smart Amelia.
Smart Amelia's a bit obvious, isn't it?
I took 40s the other day.
40s the other day. Look, okay, poked around. Like, how could you tip it ahead of? And I'm not saying how could you, meaning you. I mean the marketplace is saying, how could you tip it ahead of like a horse like Overstep?
Well,
beaten 9 lengths, it's quarter of the SP.
They're looking at, wow, this horse has had 3 runs in group races, and she's back to a listed tomorrow. So connections are, like focused. It's like everyone's thinking tomorrow's her day. They're forgetting aspects such as she just bludged the other day. There was a hot speed, and Overstep was a much better run.
Yep.
But I mean, they're just thinking, well, they're training this,
but
horse, or they're owning this.
Suspicion of talent as well has to be taken into consideration.
Well, I thought her first run in a race was really good. She surprised me. She looked at trial fairly coolly, and then she jumped out and ran a great race, and then she was very pooey in the betting at a second start. Didn't feature. She's now second up in a second preparation. I understand the appeal. I don't like the price.
Yeah, for me. Fine. I was tipping Overstep on top. I thought he got a really dream run here. Heavy to dry, Waller factor, tie. I think it all sets up well. It's smart horses to beat number 6 Zenalacious, who beat Cross Stitch last start. Obviously, weaker fillies in main, but a horse that sort of raced through the line and paraded great and paraded like a real dry tracker. And for third, I was tipping again, looking at the SP at Pecans. It finished Pine Ferrari today, less than a length, but a third of the price. And tomorrow Shea Polish, and I was tipping 3-6-11. But again, I'm not bagging anyone's tip. I'm just saying they're my tips.
So any thought on the horse that actually ran red hot favourite in that race? You've tipped Pecans, Roy's tipped Ferrari, and Rosa Carolina ran 5-4 in the race.
Yeah, but that was my point. Horses that finish in front of other horses, you give more credit to.
And when?
Skinny. It's a bunny. It's a bunny. So that it gets.
Gave up the lead way too easily though. They could easily lead.
3 ticks for the wet track the other day. Goes to the dry, finds barrier 10. Where the hell's it going to be? Yeah, But third up tomorrow, talented horse.
Best bet of the day, Overstep tomorrow.
Oi, with me, eh? Up you go, Glennie and Mark.
Well, it's had 3 runs back from a spell. It won at Canterbury, and then it said OSL at Canterbury in a torrid
fucking
race,
$12.
and then it was bloody. It was working hard on a hot speed there the other day. It's an on-pacer down in grade, and back home
Ahara to England, yeah.
It's fucking a million ticks.
yeah, it's one of those horses that Glenn says ticks all boxes. The only trouble is with the ticks all boxes.
Should I just write the text message now?
Wait till you get to race 6, you'll see a horse that ticks all boxes, and I was just running away from it.
All right, let's quickly get through race 5 because that'll be the first half of the show.
Yes, the Stan Fox, where this is always the Golden Rose consolation. $2.60 favourite, Divine Prophet. Hasn't Christian Reith got big shoes tomorrow? $2.80 impending, $7 good standing, $10 Mediterranean, $15 Thronum, and $34 Sell a Man. Now Thronum looks to take it up tomorrow. I know he's still in his first prep, but he's at least up in distance, and he looks to lead. Good standing trails him, and I thought that impending with the blinkers on may actually get into a yucky spot, although he's still a possibility to get 1-1. But that's what I had, Glenn. So I'm thinking, you know, he's probably got too much pace, but not enough pace, and he ends up sort of sitting off the leader.
Yeah, I don't think there's that bad a spot. They're throwing across to the fence, and what you're saying is he's not OSL, but he's too wide.
Yeah, but he's without cover. He's without cover with the blinkers on, which is
Okay.
all right. What are we tipping?
I'm tipping Christian to get the job done. Third up, Divine Prophet, big deal. He'll be back in the field. It's $2.20 to beat number 1 impending. I can't imagine I'm going to. That's what I'm tipping. I can't imagine I'll be winning any money in the race, and I can't imagine I'll be doing much. It looks fucking boring to me.
If you want to go, Mark? I've got number 3, good standing on top. But I really like this run in the Golden Rose last start. The fact that the position it was in, the fact that it held on pretty well. I think it'll improve this start, and it's more of a price thing for me. It's the one at $6.50, and the other 2 are, $5.
Yeah, well, it's the one that did something the other day. It actually worked.
Yeah.
It worked. Thronum worked. The other 2 bludged. I mean, they're clearly horses of talent. Impending and Divine Prophet. They've returned very well, and Impending's got the blinkers on, which is, there's a lot of intent there, and the leading rider on the card. But I think that good standing is primed tomorrow, and I'd certainly lean his way as well. That's the end of part 1. We'll come back.
Preview.
We'll come back with the legs of the quaddie, and Glenn is going to
Find American moral.
perhaps.
By the way,